Welcome back to Market Movers. I'm your host, Jason Yoss. I'm here with Brandon Rampani. Brandon, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it, Jay.
So, Brandon, we're hearing a lot from our audience about processes. So, talk to me if I'm a buyer.
Yep.
What should I expect from my agent when I'm starting the buying process?
Well, great question. You got me with that one. So, as a buyer's agent, that's how I started my career. So, a little bit of credibility there. I've been selling homes for now 13 years. So the one thing that I have found that when I get a buyer in my first set of showings that have seen or been with other agents, they're not as equipped informatively. They don't have the information necessarily for the neighborhood or for the style of house or what they really want in a house that they're looking. So typically speaking, if I can get a buyer as they're fresh, right, haven't touched another agent that maybe did a disservice to them, information is power. And so I do know that as an agent, my goal in that first 5 minutes to the whole escrow process is that there's trust there as well as awareness and information. I always try to let information be my powerhouse or the driving force, but also a little bit of sales strategy because I've been selling here for 13 years. So to set a buyer up, I think is information. Number two is to establish trust in a realtor. I think once you give that realtor that affirmation that you know that you're not going anywhere and they know that you're not going on vacation every weekend like a Redfin agent, there's a credibility and a trust. Additionally, not only with information and with trust, you need to have a gumption in your agency. You got to have a want to show those homes at night when buyers' work schedules end, at the weekends when no one wants to work on the weekends on a sunny weekend out here. So I think seeing that in the first showing is really easy as a buyer looking for that in an agent.
Since you cut your teeth as a buyer's agent, what's that number one question you hear from that buyer that first time you meet them? What's that number one question they're asking you as an agent?
Is this the right price? Everyone always wants to talk about price because San Diego does have an asterisk next to it. It does come with a price tag if you want to have the sun tax here. With that being said, most of my clients or buyers that I initially meet when I'm in a house don't necessarily ask how the area is, how many homes I've sold, right? If the seller did the roof on the house. They want to know if the price justifies the value always. And so that's really where I can shine because I remember I told you the second piece of thing you need to give a buyer is information, or the first piece, right? If I can show them comps or show them that this house does have that value or price, or it's way overpriced or way underpriced, and then tell them why the listing agent did it that way, that establishes that trust and that information right away.
I love it. That's a great answer. That's wonderful information for our buyers out there. Yep. Brandon, thanks so much for your feedback on that. Yep. I really think that's going to resonate with our audience. Everybody, thanks so much, and make sure you tune in.